Now, as the human population is living longer, so are our pets. But how does this affect them, and what can we do to ensure that they are living longer but still healthy lives? To tell us, please welcome back Dr. Alex Melrose. Welcome.
Hey, thank you.
Nice to have you here. Now, we haven't seen you for a while because you have been, let me get this right, you have back from a symposium on geriatric ageing process of cats and dogs.
Yeah, called gerontology.
Seriously?
Yeah, really.
Wow, it's obviously an important topic for vets due to our ageing population of animals and vets.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it was very interesting because the symposium had a lot of speakers from the human field as well as from the animal field, because I guess the experts are experts in both. There's very little difference between how we sort of age and how cats and dogs age.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that. So how much longer are they on average living?
Well, they're living, they've almost doubled the lifespan in the last sort of 20 or 30 years. So these days the average cat or dog will live for about 11 years.
And that's due to what we're feeding them, how we're treating them, what we're doing with them?
Right, so, you know, fantastic medical and surgical care, of course.
As he points to himself.
And by other people other than just myself. I'd be very busy. And nutrition, So it's made a massive impact to the lifespan of animals.
So what was the key message that you got out of it?
I guess the thing that was interesting was there's no magic. There's no magic wand, you know, just as there isn't for us. In fact, the more that these experts study things, the more that they find that nutrition and how nutrition impacts us at a cellular level, and it impacts our cats and dogs at a cellular level, so it impacts the mitochondrial function within the cells, is really how we're going to be able to manipulate lifespan. Not with some sort of gene therapy or something like that.
Oh, that's fascinating, because it all just does come down to things at a cellular level, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that we find? What are the problems with ageing? Well, not necessarily the problems, but the disorders, shall we say? Challenges of ageing.
Exactly. Well, all the body systems start to break down, you know. So you have problems with, cats and dogs will have problems with digestion. They have more vomiting, more diarrhea. They have a lot of muscle wasting. And something that I'm dealing with at the moment. And, sort of just the breakdown of strength and strength of connective tissue. And also a lot of ageing really affects the mind and how they function, and we'll see our cats and dogs becoming senile.
Well, and we also say that they become grumpy when they get old. You're right, it is actually exactly, you think about it, it is exactly the same for humans, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
All those things you just described.
Yeah, some of their grumpiness will be pain. So some of that will be degeneration of the musculoskeletal system and arthritis and stuff like that, causing pain.
So what are some of the things we can do for our cats and dogs to help them live longer but in the best of health? Yeah,
well, I think getting regular vet checks, especially when they're older. So any pet over, say, 8, I think they should be coming in to see us, twice a year.
Okay.
Because if you think about it, 6 months in a pet's lifespan is like 3 years for us. And I think a lot of things can change in an older animal at that age. And then I think really, really good nutrition.
Like when you talk about good nutrition, what, like getting them a good kind of food or feeding them different things?
Good quality ingredients. So, real meat. High quality, so it's a high quality protein source, not jamming them full of grains and things like that they struggle to digest. So trying to get alternative carbohydrate sources like potato or something in the food that they're having, and then basically shoving them full of as much fish oil or good healthy essential fatty acids. And in some cases, some medium-chain triglycerides as well, which is like a coconut oil. Yeah. Those kind of products, the more they have, the more they're finding out that those products have massive impact on our cellular function.
And how do you get those into your pet? I mean, it's hard enough to get fish oil tablets down me sometimes.
Yeah. So it's a good question. I think there's going to be more and more diets coming out on the marketplace that have that added to it. So it's already included in the whole formulation. So start looking for that.
So what are some of the advances, just quickly, what are some of the advances that you are really looking forward to in vet care over the next few years?
I guess one thing I've been interested in is stem cell therapy, and we do it at our clinic, and we use also stem cell activation factors and stuff, and that seems to be pretty cool as far as how you can take quite a geriatric animal with, say, kidney disease, arthritis, very chronic illnesses like that, and then give them stem cell therapy, and you can see some massive improvements in some cases where owners will come running in and say, hey, you know, you've turned back the clock like 5 years on my pet. You know. That stuff gives you a real buzz. So I guess things like that, and then just seeing how far they push the nutritional therapy in the future as well.
It's important for your cats and your dogs and for your humans as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey Alex, thank you. That was really enlightening.
Thank you very much.
Our Dr. Melrose and his team. And talking of good pet nutrition, Eukanuba have recently made some great improvements to their diets. Check them out at eukanuba.co.nz.